But in an unnatural condition, the opposite happens. The matter in our body conditions the force, and the force is not free to function. It is called a stuck up of the energies. We feel the body sometimes heavy, sometimes hot, sometimes cold, sometimes chills, and sometimes not happy. So, the matter conditions the force, and the force is imprisoned by matter, and the force conditions the mind. The mind feels a constriction. It feels, I am not free. Something is wrong in the environment. Some people are thinking bad of me. Some people harm me. Some people criticize me. Some people find fault with me. Like this, the mind goes on finding fault with others. It believes that others are finding fault with us. That is what happens when the process is reversed. That is when the matter conditions the force, when the force conditions the mind. Man lives as a prisoner in the body, which becomes a star or a solar system. In each egg of space, and millions of solar system forming, then we will come to understand that we are having another dimension in us, which is called the will. Previously, we think that will is only our obstinacy. If you suggest something and if I resist, if I do not listen to what you say, I may deceive myself thinking that I have a strong will. That is obstinacy and not will. Many times we misunderstand obstinacy as will. So, when a person is too obstinate, we say that he is strong-willed. That is stupid. A person who is awakened in the real will is never obstinate with anyone, because there is nothing that he cannot understand. He responds in a kind and benevolent way to everyone, because he knows his next awakening. He knows more about his responsibilities than his privileges. Whereas the man whose will is not awakened, who lives in the mind, he has only the force and mind doing some war. That is, making the mind dirty and muddy with the particles of matter. That is what we call the astral activity, the activity of the impure astral body. That is the body of forces made impure. Then the fellow remembers only his privileges and not responsibilities. If you make me a minister of a state, responsibilities. If you make me a minister of a state, he never deviates from what he has to do, but he never hurts anyone. If others are insulted, if others feel insulted of his actions, he is not responsible. Even then, he is not agitated. Man of will is essentially sweet in his living, sweet in his feeling, and in his experiencing the presence of others. And he has another dimension which the other people are not having. It is called the dimension of creation. Will is creative, whereas mind has only struggle and no creation. Creative faculty is that which enables you to make changes. Before the dawn of the creative faculty or will, if there is something inconvenient or troublesome, the person knows that it is troublesome and inconvenient, but he spends the time complaining against himself and others, but experiencing all the inconvenience and pain. He never proposes to make any changes for the better. It may be in his personal habits or environment or his relationships with his wife and children, or in the arrangement of the construction of the house, or his relationships in the office, or with the disharmony with his profession. When once he is awakened into the plane of will, he loses no time in making changes for the better, for himself and for others also. If something is wrong with himself, he loses no time in rectifying his behavior. If something is wrong from others to himself, he does not try to rectify others unless others are willing to get rectified by him. But he has the skill to be free from the ill effects of others. In the same office, he can work with 100 buffaloes, not complaining at all that they are buffaloes, because he knows they are also his fellows. A wife can live with a husband can live with a wife all through the life without experiencing any unhappiness or misery, irrespective of others' behavior. That is what you should understand when the person is awakened into the plane of will.